going on, everybody? These introductions. Give you my first tutorial. Um, half human face, half skull face, and let's get started. So I got two images. Just Googled them. Got Wiz Khalifa here and a skull image. So first of all, I want to take this Wiz Khalifa image and duplicate it, and then I'm gonna go over here to my skull, unlock it, take my magic wand, delete the background, delete that, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring it over into our image of Wiz Khalifa, and we're gonna size it down. So let's bring it down some. Let's hold on. What I like to do is change the opacity so I can see where I'm gonna place it. Take it down like 50-60%. Rotate it a little bit to match our angle, and let's bring it down a little bit just so it matches, makes it more realistic. That look pretty good. Let's make sure. Make sure it's matching very close. All right. So we got it right there. So now we want to go ahead and go to increase the opacity back. And then layer, mask, hide all. So now what we want to do is take our paintbrush tool, set to white. I don't like to use a hard brush, like maybe like 80%. And then just start drawing in or painting over the image. Start bringing that skull out. I like to keep this eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my black brush and kind of just, take the opacity down a little bit. Let's switch back, color it in just slightly over the eye. So we just still have a little bit of human on that side. Okay, then what I want to do is, it's a little plain. I don't like how it looks right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my blend mode to something that makes it pop it out a little bit more. Let's do some hard light, and we're gonna bring this out some more, so let's paint over it a little bit more. Oops. Make sure you have the layer mask selected. Just make sure we get it all as much as we can. Alright, let's go to image, adjustments, curves. Oh, and also before I do that, I want to desaturate it. So click the image and Control Shift U, and then we're gonna go over to the curves, and then you could play with it how you want to, make it a little darker. Just bring it out some more. Let's see. I want to do that. I'll just play with it a little bit. Whoops. Hold up. And do that one more time. Curves. Okay, let's see. I like how that looks. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and duplicate the regular layer again. And I'm going to change, actually, you know what? scratch that. I want to do a curves adjustment on the actual image also. Kind of bring that down just a bit. It's a little bright. Okay. So now you see it's kind of bringing it out a little bit more. So now what we're going to do is duplicate that layer. And then we're going to change the blend mode on that. Let's see. I don't want to alter it too much, but that's cool right there. Alright, then we're going to go back to our skull image. We're going to duplicate that one. Control J. As you see, that really brings it out. And then I'm going to take my eraser tool. I'm going to hide the bottom one. And then I'm going to just slightly soften this edge over here. Since we had that black. And hide that one and bring this one in. Okay. Now you see we have, it's looking pretty good right now. I think I'm going to go over it one more time with my brush over the mask with a harder brush so we can just bring it out even more. Now since we have two layers, let's hide one. Whoops. Make sure you have the mask selected. Just so it's even. Let's get a little more of the nose. In here, get those shadows. So we got a little bit out here. Just gonna hit X or just switch back to the black brush so we can delete a little bit. Okay, so let's hide this top one and go back to the bottom one and delete a little bit that we don't want. Just some of that. Whoops. Again, make sure you have the layer mask selected. Just kind of, make it even. I might even. Okay. Like we got a little bit of this white stuff. There we go. Alright, it takes a few tries sometimes to kind of get this stuff just right. Sorry if my guidance isn't the best. This is my first tutorial, so just trying to show you guys some stuff that I've learned. And this is where I like to bring the shadows out, bring that detail. Alright, so let me zoom out. That's looking pretty good. So now to make this even more creepy, let's go ahead and we could go back to either our layer 1 copy, and then I want to alter the eyes a little bit. So what I want to do is, actually, you know what? You could delete layer 1 copy. You could delete that. Okay, then we want to go into for our layer 1. We're going to go ahead and go filter, liquify. Whoops, I already had it set, but I'll show you what I did. Filter, liquify. Let's zoom in. And take a brush size about 60, density 50, pressure 100. Take our forward warp tool and just like, alter the eye a little bit. I like to make it a little bigger and something like that. You can do it with the other eye if you want, but I'll just leave one. And then what I want to do is take a black brush, not too hard, and then kind of color in this part of the eye. I like to, you want to leave the little glow of the eye, or the light in the eye. And you see how that kind of makes it even a little more creepy. And then we go to the other one too and do the same. Just color it in slightly. Get a little bit of extra that you don't want to just erase it. Oops, you don't want to erase the whole thing. Okay. Now it's looking good. I'm liking how it's looking so far. I might maybe maybe go to the skull image, or actually we can go over here to our image and actually let's scale this down a little bit. Bring it into the shoulders. Smooth that up. Okay. Let's make sure I have to bring it up just a tee bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna take a light black brush, make it a little bigger, and just draw some black. Just kind of, make it a little shadowy. Just to add a little more emphasis on his face. Kind of, shade in a little bit. Actually, bring the opacity down just a tee bit, just so it doesn't be so harsh. And that's pretty good. If you want, you can let's see, if I wanted to, like, say let's merge the copies down, so Control Shift Alt E, and then we have everything together. We're going to duplicate that, go to filter, other, high pass. As long as you stay under 5 is pretty good, so click OK, and then change this blend mode, and you could kind of make it a little more interesting. Maybe something like that, or I like linear light, or stuff that brings it out a little bit more. And I mean, this is pretty cool right here. Color dodge. It's kind of a cool pick. So and then if you don't want it so harsh, you can bring the opacity down a little bit, so it's not so strong. It's like maybe 50%. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's half skull, half human. A little creepiness added in there. You got any questions? Any other? Sorry, that's my dog choking to death. But anything else you want to see, just let me know. And yeah, that's it. All right, more tutorials coming.